Okay, so on why are you laughing? So on TikTok there was this girl.
Shush! It's my turn. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tyler, and this is
This is
Sophie.
Sophie.
Oh, and I'm Sophie's dad. And this is the Shush, It's My Turn podcast. You wouldn't know it, but how it's supposed to work is you only get to talk when you push the button on the chest timer.
Dad, what's AE lock?
AE lock?
Yeah, look the yellow thing.
I have no idea. Okay, I don't want to hear about your TikTok story, I don't think.
But I was telling you earlier and you told me to wait till the podcast. I waited all day to tell you.
I forgot that's what that was. Okay, bring it on.
Okay, so she was filming herself. She was like, "Oh, what I ate at the plane." She was like in business class. And then she has like a phobia plane, so she was like having a panic attack and screaming. And then in the video, her pinky went up like this, and she goes, "My pinky went up. That's how you know I'm scared." So now every time like someone's scared that knows that, they put their pinky up. That's the rest of that story.
Sorry, that's a great story. So listen,
Oh, also I dyed my hair because last time it would have just been under, now my whole head's red.
good call. I forgot about that. So last time we mostly sat here eating snacks, and I was slightly bothered by that because it felt like, oh, this is just the stuff that everyone does, where it's like, let's try the something challenge. And so then I said to you, we really need to do this without props. It has to be about us. And I feel like I also want to encourage you in this endeavor and don't want to just be all like miserable and old and nasty. And so I do think we shouldn't have like lots of props and do that stuff. But as I brought something for us as a peace, as a peace offering, to be like, I appreciate that you did all that last week, even though I don't think we should do it. Are you ready? It's a little bowl. I'll show the people first of candied pineapple for us to eat while we do the podcast.
I love candied pineapple. It's my favorite. Are these from your stocking?
They're from your mother's Christmas stocking.
Oh.
They've been on the kitchen counter for a while, and I think she put it there so that people would feel free to eat it a little bit, but not a ton. I haven't had any, and I had this idea when I was in there getting the metal spoons and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to go do this and bring this, and Sophie will like it.
That's really sweet of you because you're an old grumpy man and because you're not in touch with the trends. It wasn't even a trend. It was just like, let's just do something fun. And then now you've done something fun.
But it's the reliance on like props and stuff. Even the general mukbang or whatever you call it. I feel like
I shouldn't have said mukbang.
I feel like this is either gonna work because you and I, our own like natural personal charm and interaction, and that's what like the currency of the appeal has to be, that not the like, oh my word, they have controversial opinions, or like oh, they're sticking their face in muck or whatever.
Okay, so I would like to say, not rap. Why? I thought you were about to click the button. I was getting mad. Rind. How do you say that word? Wind? Wind backwards. Now I forgot what I was going to say. It was one episode out of 3 we've done. And then I wasn't going to...
Which is part of why...
No.
You can't...
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Do what?
Hold the button down when I'm trying to...
I didn't hold the button. I just clicked it again.
Agreed.
Okay, so it was one episode out of 3. And I wasn't going to be like, okay, next episode, let's eat more food. I shouldn't even call it mukbang. I was like, oh, I'm back from Stag Nest. Here are the things I got for us to try.
Yeah, and that's part of why I was like, see, I don't want to come on too strong with this because it was just one. But it's also like one of 3. It's just a worrying trend at the beginning.
Also, there were no controversial opinions. Actually, there was about The Rock because The Rock was hard. And if you watch this episode, The Rock was meant to be soft and it was meant to be this huge thing because he would bite into it and go, what? Why is it soft? And then it was actually hard.
Yeah, the controversial opinion thing wasn't about the episode. It was just the like people do podcasts and it's like watch us because we have controversial opinions or like all the reaction stuff. I just want it to be normal, natural. That's all. I think we should talk about the Olympics for this like whole episode. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have a question for you, especially because I've already. Oh no, we're pretty even on time so far. What do you think? Do you prefer summer or winter Olympics?
Loki, I don't remember the summer one, but I really like the winter because Canada is in it, and I really like that I have TikTok during this season because stop giving me that look. All the Olympians are like posting their little vlogs, and you get to see all the behind the scenes, and it's really cute. And like I like can like see people on the screen. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that person. I want them to win, even though they're American. Like there's this one figure skater who has really cool hair, and like it's very recognizable. Like it's like blonde. It's like stripes practically blonde. And I've grown attached to her, and she was really good. And the guy that we watched was on TikTok. Anyways, I think it's cute. And there's a muffin guy handing out muffins. And you know, in the Olympics, every country has their own like pin, like Disneyland, and like they have a lanyard. And, like, they trade them out, and, like, you're trying to get every single country's pin. I think that's so cute.
That's pretty dope. I didn't know that. And the TikTok thing sounds all right. Because if you're like, oh, wow, these are real people doing impressive things. All right. I would just point out Canada is also in the Summer Olympics.
I know, but Canada's more present in winter than summer.
That's fine. I don't know which one I like more. I probably like the Winter Olympics more. Because my favorite televised sport to watch is curling. It's just the greatest thing. I don't know why, but years ago, even because I used to care a lot more about hockey than I do now, even then it was like, man, I love curling. And then at one point I realized I care more about curling than I do about hockey, which is saying something for an old Canadian like me. And then anyway, and I also realized I just enjoy watching it more. So, Winter Olympics, I like that. We've watched a bit of curling. Maybe you don't remember any other time. We've been watching the mixed doubles where Canada's pretty shaky so far. It's too bad. And I don't love the format. I think it's gimmicky, which isn't to denigrate, oh, here we go with controversial opinions. Anyway, isn't to denigrate the athletes and the value of the sport, et cetera, et cetera. I just prefer the old-fashioned regular curling thing. Do you like watching curling?
Yeah, so in the mixed one, I've learned how it works. The anchor is like, if you're losing, you get the anchor. Right? Just or no?
It's the hammer, and it is who...
No, I was going to explain it. So if you're losing, you get the hammer. Okay, what is it then?
It is whoever didn't score in the previous end gets the hammer in the next one. So it's not about... You could be winning, or like you could be up 6-3, or let's say you're up 6-1, the other team scored 2, then you'd get...
Okay, I get it. I hope you got it too, because
I left you a piece of pineapple in there.
Thanks. Because... What?
It's the last one.
That's why I said thanks. Now you've lost me.
Explain curling.
No, I was going to explain the anchor.
And then, but the hammer.
The hammer. I was going to explain the hammer. So the hammer, it's in the back. They put it in the back. They put it in the front? Which one's which? Please, let me explain.
What do you mean by the back of the front?
So like in the ice, they have the curling circles. And then they have a line down the middle, and then they put one in the front of the circles and one in the back behind the circles. Or no, in the last circle. So I thought the hammer was the last one.
It's not. The hammer means the last stone thrown in the end, because that's the one that decides what the score, if anyone will score in the end, it's the last rock that decides it. So the stones that are out there way at the front and way at the back, they only do that in mixed doubles. And they do it because, so I'm laughing because you're like, oh, my dad's talking. I'm going to look at myself, my reflection in this spoon. Anyway.
No, like look at yourself and then your face is all disorientated.
My spoon has holes, so I can't. Crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats. Rats made me crazy. We don't like the curling mixed, but we like the single one. Is that what you were going to say?
Do you not like the mixed doubles? Because part of the reason I don't like it is because, listen, you can't enjoy things without sharing them with the people. That is usually like, oh yeah, look at your reflection in the spoon, y'all. There was this guy named Emeril Lagasse, this food show I used to watch, and he'd always be cooking and he'd yell and be like, I wish you had smell-o-vision so you could smell what's going on. And that's sort of like this, because you can't experience.
Did you know they created a device where, like, if you lick it, it tastes like the food? That was years ago, though. I thought it was going to go mainstream. I was so excited. Haven't heard of it since. Okay, talk about your curling and your guy.
I'm done with Emeril. That was done. Curling, do you not like mixed doubles? Because you can like it. I don't like it because there's weird, what I think of as gimmicky things, where before anyone throws a stone, they put one at the top and one at the back every single time. And I'm sure there's some kind of good reason. I just don't like it. So that's it. So you like curling? Yes or no? Do you like the mixed doubles? Yeah. I'd watch it if there isn't any others. What other sports do you like in Winter Olympics?
Ice skating. Figure skating. I like them when they dance on the ice. I like when they twirl on the ice. I like one guy did a backflip. We were mad because he was an American. Because there's like a whole thing about Canada versus America. And so we were mad because, oh, he's an American, blah, blah, blah. And then he did a backflip and then we all really liked him. On ice as well. Can you imagine? Like your ankle. Okay, I'm done. You can click your button. Fine, I'll talk about horse riding. I wouldn't want to ride a horse.
Well, listen, what you could do in that moment is ask me a question. And then be like, what's your favorite sport? Just saying that you could do that. Is that what you'd like? Yeah. So curling, I really like watching curling. I can tell you some I don't like watching because that's what immediately comes to mind. Luge and bobsled. And it's because the way the camera cuts. It's just like the camera is on different spots of the track and it's just like shoom, shoom, shoom. But because the camera's at different angles, it's not like there's no progression of watching.
I'm done. I've clicked the button.
I didn't.
Stop talking. Well, what do you want someone to do? To like run down the thing with the camera?
I'm not even saying I have a better idea. I'm just saying the way that it is, I don't like. And that's why. Because it's like no continuity. Because even like on one shot, it'll be going like down. And on the next shot, it's like going this way. And the next shot, it's like going across the screen that way. And you know what it's like? They used to like old nature documentaries. They would have like an animal being chased by prey. But the prey was like, they were filmed on like different days. And they just like put the different clips together to be like, danger.
David Attenborough would do that? Oh, then I don't care. If it's not David Attenborough, then I don't really care what anyone else does. No, I could have won a Bob Ross original painting today, but I lost. It was on a giveaway.
What kind of giveaway?
A Mr. Beast giveaway. Remember I said I could win £1 million? One of them was an original Bob Ross painting. I think like 400,000 people entered. I didn't win. Just to let you know.
I think we can still keep talking about the Olympics. I don't like watching luge and bobsled. I
love luge. Do you not like the Jamaican bobsled team?
Cool Runnings, great movie. What is it you like about watching luge?
I actually don't. It stresses me out because I feel like they could die. That's the end of that. Because I don't know. I feel like they could literally like tumble right off of the. What's it? What is it? Like, what are they riding?
A luge.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's like a little sled with skates.
Sometimes I throw in like a little extra word on purpose. I really like your reaction. Actually, that time I just couldn't be bothered to go click the button to say seriously. I'm done. I can talk about horse riding.
So, I think we should keep talking about the Olympics because it's...
Yeah, but what else? What else do you need to know?
Need is not the issue here. I don't need to know anything about what you think about the Olympics.
The women's one? Our Canadian team won against Estonia, and they're playing when? Again? Why are you looking at me confused?
I don't have enough information. The women's won. We beat Estonia. What sport?
Didn't I say hockey? Oh.
We beat the Swiss, and we lost to Estonia in curling mixed doubles, which I think you're just getting your things mixed up. I like watching hockey. Do you like watching ice hockey at the Olympics?
No, unless it's Canada. Or Australia. Okay, these are the countries I'm rooting for. Canada, Australia, Japan, UK. Is it the UK or England?
It's Great Britain. I think because there's all these ads.
Wait, can you explain to me what's the difference between the UK, Great Britain? What's the other one? I swear there's another one. He's pulling out the book that he refused to flip through last week. I'm going to talk about horse riding. I once went horse riding with an old friend, and I scared myself so bad. The instructor was so mean and so scary. They all are scared of her, but do it because, like, they're trying to, like, be good at it. So, like, you know. But I was just there for one day for fun. And she was so scary and she was so mean. And she was like, stop being scared. The horse can tell if you're scared. And then I was really scared the horse was going to be like, I don't know, kick me off or something because I was scared. Did you find it? Let me see. England? Well, that's not me, is it?
So, great story, by the way. England versus Great Britain versus United Kingdom. So the British Isles is the whole works. And then there's Ireland, which is comprised of Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Then there's the United Kingdom, which is Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales. And then there's Great Britain, which is Scotland, England, Wales, and the Isle of Man is...
I have a question. Why do you need that many names for something, and what is that?
The answer is history, because of how things developed and why it is the way it is. Because you need names for all that, and I think by that you were pointing at the Isle of Man. It's an island. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what exactly. It looks like it's left out of all of everything but the British Isles, because it's left out of Ireland, obviously, but I would say it's also left out of Great Britain and the United Kingdom. So I don't really know what it is, because then out there's also Guernsey and Jersey. So
the Guernsey and Jersey, show them again. Guernsey, yep. The Guernsey, actually, I'll tell you that in a minute. Guernsey and Jersey aren't even like a part of anything, so why'd they put them there? Just they feel left out?
Part of the British Isles. Big circle on that picture, the British Isles.
What? It didn't go around those?
Yes, it did.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Where did that story about horse riding come from, and why did you tell it? And why aren't you willing to keep talking about the Olympics?
Well, it just gets boring, you know, like, I don't know, you, like, carry on. What do you want to talk about?
Where did the story come about the horse riding? Why are you thinking of that?
Well, because you asked me about Summer Olympics, and I really like the horse riding.
Winter Olympics, I like, well, I've told you some. The other ones, I don't like all the time trials. I just find, like, you know, watching people go down a hill by themselves, again, super duper impressive. Awesome, they can do that. But I'd rather just see them, like, race other people. Like today we watched the snowboard sort of slalom type race. That was interesting. But, like, snowboarders going down the course one after the other to see whose time is the fastest, just not as exciting.
Can we talk about that girl? I think it was a girl at least who had who injured her ACL and then went down the hill and then got injured again and then had to get like airlifted out. Wasn't that silly? Or no?
It seems pretty crazy. So you're talking about Lindsey Vonn, but here, this is where now last week we did the watch us eat the thing. And now we're doing the recent event reaction. But maybe it's fine, because we could talk about things that happened. Because the point, yeah, okay.
I think I'm going to be so over you by the end of this. Just to let you know.
You think you're going to be so over me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm probably overthinking this. Lindsey Vonn, and she's 41, which is quite old for an Olympian. And then earlier this year, well, I think even really recently in the last month or two, she had torn her ACL. Excuse me. It's a thrilling story. And then I guess I didn't see it, but today she started going downhill and something went wrong. And her leg is wiped out, and then they had to airlift her. It's awful. So silly. I think what you're asking me is, do I think it's silly that she chose to compete after having such a major injury? And yeah, I don't know. Certainly doesn't seem wise, but it's not a world I know enough about to sort of decide that. Because yesterday they were telling stories about her, like, oh, this is a crazy story.
Well, because really I was kind of asking, not like you personally, but like, is that a crazy thing to do? Or like, I don't know anything about ACL, so like, would it have been like technically like, do you have 5 minutes left? What is that? It's 0 something.
It's hilarious. I think every episode you get mixed up because the numbers are backwards to us. It's a 20.
It's a 20. So yeah, that was my question.
I don't do medical stuff, but ACL is quite serious. I feel like it is a ligament, and which is like a connective tissue that holds the bits of your body together. And then I think it's related behind the knee, and I think hers is completely severed, like ripped right off. Yeah, it's brutal. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't know exactly why she decided to do it, or how she was able to do it, or any of that.
Okay, can we go back to when you were mad at me? Because I want to prove that I was right. Is that okay? Thanks. So I was talking about, you were like, oh, let's talk about the Olympics. I don't know what else to talk about. And I'm like, oh, I do know what talked about, that person who tore the ACL. And then you went all over me. So you agree that I'm right and you were wrong? Good, because now we can talk about something else, unless you have something else to say about the Olympics.
I could, but we don't have to. If you want to move on, we can move right on. What is it you want to talk about? Oh, you got nothing. Okay, so more Olympics.
Okay, this is so dry to watch. Let's move on. Okay, I want to talk about our walk today. I don't know, I think it was probably the second episode we filmed. I heard the news that we had to go on a stroll for like an event, and I was really not happy about it. And I shared that on the podcast. But I went, okay, no, yesterday, listen, I can't do change in plans at all. Why are you looking at me like that? Why can't you accept my feelings? I can't do change in plans. Oh, I understand why you're looking at me like that. Okay, so in my head, okay, to be fair, I don't blame Dad for this because he didn't directly tell me this, okay? So in my head, I was like, a stroll. Like, Dad said it was going to be like an hour and a half. Like an hour, right? He said it was going to be an hour and a half. Okay, and so I was thinking, I don't know. Okay, I'm so dramatic.
Are you like, does that mean you're like, oh, I'm so over dramatic, or what?
Yeah, but I don't care if I'm dramatic. So I was just ready for something. I was just ready to go around town. This is why I was so against it. It's so boring. I've seen it about 10,000 times. Okay, and then I was told we were gonna walk back. I shouldn't say that, should I? Where we were going?
I don't think it's a problem. I think we've said like what town we live in. Have we? Okay, well.
Why would we do that? Okay, we walked back.
Okay. No, we should. Let's just not. We can think about it. I doubt it matters, but we could just describe it generally. I'll describe so we could say something like, we caught a train from the place that we live, and the train ride took us about 4 miles, or almost 7 kilometers away. And then we walked back from that place along a river, which is really pretty.
Which was a lot nicer than my idea, but basically, based on the fact that it was a change of my plans, I wasn't happy for the rest of the day or this morning. Because church, I love church. I actually used to not like church. But anyways, as I've grown, I've started to like church more, and I really like church now. But just like going out and doing stuff still takes out a lot of energy. So church is a big one. And then we were going to have to go to church lunch. And then I was going to go straight from there for an hour and a half walk to a plan changed. So I was quite upset about that. But then we ended up not going to church lunch. And the walk was really nice. We had Jaffa cakes, and it was really nice scenery. We saw really cool, like, ducks, and we saw one really cool bird. That was low-key, like, on the top of the tree, like, going, yeah, like, low-key like that. And it was kind of crazy. Wait, I have a picture I can put up here. No, listen, last time I said that, it took me ages to try and find that.
Remember, 25
You're talking.
minute. No, I'm pausing to let my time go down for the thing I talked before.
It doesn't matter. I had some really nice conversations. Me and my friend from church, we beat the Google Maps that Dad searched up and said it was going to take half an hour from under a bridge thing to the place. And we were like, actually, at one point, no, I fully blame Dad for this. Because at one point we were walking and there was this way and that way, okay? And so we were way ahead because we were speeding and trying to beat Google Maps. And we look back, he always tells us this way or that way. And then he goes like this. Like shining, like, you go that way, I go that way. And so we didn't realize at the time that they led to the same thing.
But they did. That was the joke, is I knew it was just like a little zippy around a little tree thing. So it was great.
Yep.
Highlight of my walk.
That's so cool. Look, we're at the exact same time.
Hey, I really like how you, like, when you know that's like, oh, he's got one word left, then you just sort of wait for me to do it, even though you're sort of like stealing the thing back. Anyway, I'm really glad that you enjoyed the walk.
What just came out of your mouth? What did you just say?
Oh, so maybe I did that wrong. Well, so because like when it's my turn and I'm saying something, and then right like 2 turns ago, I was saying something and I had like one word left, and I paused, and instead of just clicking to your turn, even though you probably knew what the word I was going to say was, you waited until I said the word and then clicked it.
Do you know what? I've always done this since episode 1. And people have always complained, oh, you're the one interrupting him all of the time. And I wanted to be humble.
People are complaining to you?
Yeah, I hate comments. Like family, like people who I know watch the podcast. And I'm like, I wait for him all the time and he interrupts me all of the time. Which is fair because I get that there's a point. But you always interrupt me and then I always get upset at you and then I always wait till every single word comes out of your mouth. I wasn't done my story, but I forgot now. Oh, yeah, yeah. All I was going to say, so we had to run a bit because he wasted some of our time. That was the end of that. Now go.
I love walking by a river. I've done that before because then your brother and I did it the opposite direction. We walked out there. And then oh, go ahead.
No, I wanted to get to 15 seconds before you got to 15 seconds. Carry on.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was letting the time go by again because I wasted, 15 minutes of the. Anyway, it was great. So the group caught the train out there and then walked back. And then I had this surprise that didn't really become a surprise except for like 1 or 2 people, which was fine. Which is I had some of the people in the church wait for us at our ending spot, the pickup zone, so that after we did all this walk, because I brought no snacks, but they had made hot chocolate and brownies and stuff. So then we came around the corner, and there it was like, oh, church people with snacks and drinks. And I thought people, because they'd be so tired after this big long walk, and then it would be so nice.
Can I explain to you why people didn't know? So at the end, there was only 1.5 people that didn't understand. I'll explain in a minute. So practically, because like Sam, my youngest brother, just to clarify, and Dad walked to the station, which is like a 40-minute walk from our house. No way. There's absolutely no way I'm doing that. It's like a 2-hour walk over. So then I got to drive with some really nice people from our church. They are really nice.
No, I don't know why that's funny. I think it's just because it's like imagining they're watching it. So we want to make sure that we say that they're really nice.
But they are really nice, but apparently someone doesn't think that they are. So the dad, we were getting out of the car and then Dad came up to him to, just to clarify stuff because he was like the parent of this group. Wait, did we say why we're walking? We just kind of.
Well, you said it was. It's like the teens group sort of at the church.
Yeah, okay. So like not all the parents are going to stay. It's just like the youth group leaders and he's one of them. And so the dad was going to drive off and the dad ran up to him and then the dad was like ruined the surprise like, "Oh, yeah, because of this person having the hot chocolate at the end." This is really difficult. And then so that's me and then the two other people in that car, two other teenagers.
But like, and it's not this man's fault because I didn't tell anyone involved that it was a surprise. I just, in my head, it was like, wouldn't it be nice if that was a surprise? But I didn't do the next step, the necessary next step of going like, tell everyone who's involved it's a surprise. So I just let it roll.
Yes. And then Sam, my younger brother, just to clarify, was overheard him, mom and dad speaking. And then the other youth group leader knew it was happening, but didn't know what was coming. So they didn't know that the brownies and hot chocolate was coming and wouldn't let us tell her, which is fair enough because I wouldn't want to know either. Actually, I wouldn't want to know. It was so nice knowing, but no one else knew. And then one person had no complete clue. That's the end of that.
Yeah, it was great. But I need new shoes. But I've been ordering shoes online for a couple of years because like the place we live, I can't buy shoes. There are no stores that have my shoe size. You can't tell from the way we're sitting here. But I'm a large person, and I have like size 15 feet, and so it's really difficult to. There they are. That's where they are. Where she's looking right now. She's like, what? Anyway, so I've been ordering shoes.
Dad, do you always sit like that on this couch? Sit how you normally would sit.
I think I don't know, but like us doing this takes a different posture because I feel I'd like to sit back and relax, but then I have to come so far forward.
But something's wrong. Like it's like this couch is too close to the ground or something. Like something's wrong. Do we not remember saying like something was wrong with the setup? Something didn't feel quite right. I think this couch has lowered itself.
While that's possible, it seems unlikely to me. Anyway, so I've been buying shoes online and not very successfully. But I mean, once you got them, like it's something that works, I just keep it. So then I feel like these last ones I got were like, oh, this is going to work. But man, on a long walk, because I've done a bunch of this, because yeah, like the younger brother and I did the same walk the other direction. We walked out there and then like stopped into a pub for treats because it's like you walk that long, you want a treat. And then we walked around the little town out there for a little bit and then caught the train back. Where is this all going? Oh, yeah. And then I was like, that was so nice. So then I've done some longer walks like that by myself as well. And it's like my toes hurt so much, but my shoes aren't too big or too small. I think it's that they're too big and my feet are sort of sliding forward in them. So what I really need is to go visit like a foot expert, like a proper shoe store that would have my size and have somebody like remeasure my feet and like fit me out with some shoes that won't hurt because it's lousy. How did your shoes work? Because you have shoe issues.
What is my shoe issues?
Your shoe issues are that you have a few different pairs, but you don't seem to have a pair that works for walking.
I do. I had this old one that someone from our church gave us because they do like professional running, but it's not professional. It's not like their job, but like they do like proper running, so it wouldn't be like useful for them, but it'd still be useful for like wear. So like I had those, but they're probably like 3 years old now. I have my blue ones, which are good, and what I wore today are like proper shoes. And then I have my Crocs, and then I have my 2 pairs of Converse and my fake Uggs. And then that's it.
So, question for you. You were like, if I was like, let's plan an activity. Here's 5 options. And one of the options was, let's walk for an hour and a half back from this little town. You would never have chosen that. And you weren't looking forward to it. And you had serious emotional distress, apparently, all through the weekend because of you had an idea of what this was going to involve you didn't like. And then some of your ideas were wrong. So when the ideas were clarified, it felt like a change of plans, which was also hard for you. So the question is, now that you've done the walk, do you want to do another walk like that, knowing it was nice?
Yeah, but listen, at the end of that walk, we were all like, "Oh yeah, so how long was our one? Like 7?
How long? What?
Like miles was our walk?"
I think it's around somewhere around 4 miles, and someone else said it's almost 7 kilometers.
Okay, see, so we were like that, and then people were like, "Oh yeah, let's go on this like 17-mile kilometer, whatever. Which one? I don't know which one. I'm not doing that."
Yeah, no, I don't think we should do that. Someone was saying, oh, there's another walk you could do if you're more adventurous. It's 17 kilometers, and there's maybe like 1 or 2 people who would want to, but like I would need to get better shoes. I don't know that I'd make it 17 kilometers in my current shoes. But so just in general, like, would you want to go for more walks?
Yeah, especially if we do a picnic. I thought that idea was so cute. We could all like a potluck. Dad, no, we should do like a potluck in our back garden. But not in our kitchen. I don't want to do it in our kitchen. Maybe we could do it in here, but we have this white couch. I don't think we have enough seats.
This is one of the funny things to me about our house is we have the white couch we're sitting on right now, and it's just like every single time we bring food in here, it's like, don't spill on the white couch. Every time. And then we bring it up every time as though everyone's forgotten it every single time. It's remarkable. Potlucks are a great idea. When I was cooking supper, so like again, our like teen group at church is not a sort of traditional youth group is what people might think. Because it's quite small. Our church isn't very big.
Can I explain it? Because you're on 11 minutes. I'm on 15. So what it is, okay.
Just want to point out you're on 12.
Can you click my button?
No.
So what it is, it's like, you know, like when you have like groups that go out during the service, this is what I'm going to tell you the orange story. It's what it originated as. Because they needed to add an extra group because, I don't know, they wanted to. I don't know why. And then eventually they're like, oh, but we should should sit through the service. Actually, no, I think COVID happened, maybe. Or maybe it wasn't that long ago. I don't know. Something happened we didn't have for like a couple of years. And then I think different people ran it and like rethought about it. We shouldn't actually go out during the service because we're like teenagers and should learn how to like sit through a service and process and stuff like that. So like we would go out after the service and do it. Like do a little like catch up session. So that's what it is. And then so sometimes we do that probably like twice every month at this point. And then like once every 2 months or something, we do something special is the idea, but we haven't been running that long, I don't think.
Yeah, that's basically it. Something, although your origin story is remarkable. It's like about once a month we do something extra. So often what it would be, the default is like we get together in an evening and like, you know, have a look at something, someone like what they call in the UK gives a talk. Or like, you know, have a discussion about some kind of topic and then, you know, play some games, hang out. But it's just like our, like before Christmas, like myself, because I'm supposed to organize stuff and just did not get it together. So we did almost nothing. So we haven't done one of those regular ones. And then the new year we had one planned and I got sick. So we canceled it, which was also the week we canceled Shush, It's My Turn podcast. So a lot of, wait, that can't be true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it is true because but it was like because we wouldn't do both because the thing would be happening here while we at our usual podcast time. All right, so yeah, that's the thing. I don't remember why we got onto that, but that's the thing.
Yep. My new favorite thing to text, because Eleanor always did it, is YEP. Yep.
YET?
P. Sorry.
YEP. Oh, you broke the rules again.
I know, I said sorry because I felt bad. What are we going to talk about now? Can I ask you a question? Any question in the world? Wait, can we talk about... I was going to say that one time... I don't want to look at your face because I really like this idea and I don't think you are. One time... What are you doing? One time, in the future, because we're not allowed props right now, but like when it's back allowed, we should do like... oh, this is bum idea. Well, I just thought that we should share something each, some of our knowledge each. And like we should research. Why are you freaking out?
Show and tell?
Was that your idea? Because you also had an idea? Is that what you're freaking out? But that's cute. That's cute.
I love show and tell. I think show and tell is awesome, and I think we should do show and tell. We keep going with your idea.
Show and tell is actually brilliant, and it would give us like a segment. I like that. Pound, next episode, next Monday. Show and tell. Why? Yeah. Loki just said that, and you gave me the look.
It's the commitment that's the like, next time we're doing this. It just freaks me out. I got a lot on my plate, you know?
You got commitment issues. Okay. Can I talk about my thing now? Basically, like, I love learning and researching, and I realize that other people might not like that. Like, just for fun, and, like, because a lot of people have work and, like, busy stuff. And so, like, what are you doing? And so, like, I want to, like, research something random and then, like, share what we researched on here. That was my idea, but then I realized it might be not very interesting, but I feel like it would be very interesting to me.
I think it's dope. Also because, like, I did research technically for a living. And still sort of do as well. So I think that's a great idea. The one thing, I guess you just have to talk about it. Because I'm used to, like, you do research and then you either write it up or you, like, give a presentation with slides. But we're not doing slides because then you'd have to stick the pictures in. And it's such a big deal.
It's not a big deal if it's... Because now I have no clue where I said I'd stick that picture in.
25 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're so kind. Because last time I couldn't find it at all. It was so frustrating. So I hoped you liked the premium ice picture. This time I'll put the bird in. What was the thing we were talking about? Yeah, but like, research however you want because it's your thing. I was thinking about doing like learning about like a random thing, like learning like different kind of like shoe patterns. That's actually something I really want to learn. Like why. Oh, good. I thought you were looking at me bad. Like why, like, they have different shoe patterns, like, what different shoe patterns are. Like, that's what I was thinking. I might not do that, so you have to stay tuned to find out. But, like, that's later on, because we're not allowed props right now. And now, what was your thing? Because we were both in church this morning, and we both had, like, the same brain.
So let's just stick with show and tell, because my idea was something totally different, which is basically a third person on the couch for an episode. Because... Sylvie's older brother is home from university visiting, and I was like, and he's pretty invested in this podcast, more so than anybody, hilariously. Also, shout out to all the people I never thought would watch this, because I've heard from people of like the different segments of my life, and I'm like, why are you watching this? What are you guys doing? It's so weird. Anyway.
I'd like to shout out too, because I don't know, I felt lonely. I think mostly everyone's come from your side, so I like my people. I don't need many.
Yeah, and but all the family, they all.
Yeah, carry on. I don't know why that was so funny to you.
Because it's like, so the whole point of this thing is turn taking, but then what you can do on someone else's turn is just put the spoon microphone down by the couch and make a bunch of noise. Or just like that probably made a whole bunch of noise. You can check, it'll be at 43 minutes and see 43 and a half, 25 and 43. I hope I'm right about 25.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Okay, can I talk about my thing now? What were you talking about? Because then I might remember my thing.
I'll finish mine. A third because your brother's visiting, and I thought, what would it...
Oh, yeah, that was my idea, too. I was low-key, like, Caleb was literally like, oh, when can I be on? As a joke. And I'm like, today. You can go on today if you want. And then he left. I don't know where he is, so.
I know where he is. He went to see a friend. So I was thinking about how it would work, because we have to keep the chess timer. Go ahead, jump whenever you want to jump.
I just feel really bad. You never feel bad, and then I feel bad because you always, like, go like this. With your eyebrows. He has really good eyebrow movements all the time. But, like, on the camera, do like, wow, I'm impressed with what you're saying kind of eyebrows. No, come on. Be realistic here. No, you weren't moving your head. Okay, I'm over you. So, we were, yeah, no, I just wanted to say that, like, I sent it out to probably 1, 2 people. and then those people branched out, 3 people, and those people probably branched out like once, twice on that end, but then that twice one went kind of big, kind of like a lot of people that I don't even know, and then like that branch went like 1 probably, and then that was kind of a together branch, that one. So that was my story.
I think so. We should come back to the thing about how we would have a third person for an episode, because I had some thoughts about it and I'm not sure that they work. But talking about how this thing gets out, because I posted it on my Facebook page, but just once, because I don't think I want to. I think we even agreed about this. I don't want to post like every episode on there, and then other social medias accounts I'm just not gonna put it on. You could put it on yours. You have other ones, I think. Anyway, so the way a third person, I think it should, because we have to keep the format and our natural charm, as I was saying at the beginning. That's all that this should be based on. So what if it's the third person sits in between us, and then basically they steal time from both of us? So like if we're sitting here talking right now, and then your brother's like, wants to take a turn, so he would slap the thing, but then he's eating up your time, and I could let him just sit there and use as much as he wants, or I could slap back and take it, because then the whole thing is, if it's your time rolling down but he's talking, you can't take it from him and have to wait. So it could be that, or another option is he like takes from me right now your time, and he's using your time, and because it's your time, the two of you could jump in and talk with him at the same time.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I was thinking. I thought it would be cute to have like a duo against one person kind of vibe, because I thought that would be like, that's literally what you said.
No, not really. Like a duo against, do you mean for the whole thing? Oh, because I meant it both ways, because then the guest has like, they could basically use up way more time, because they could use both of ours. But it could just be like, yeah, you and your brother on one side and me entirely on the other. That's fine. And actually, we could let the guest decide almost.
That's so good. We have like ideas, and then the guest decides. And like maybe they have their own idea. And then I don't think you'd like this, but I really like planning things and like having like event things, like things to do. But I guess they're proppy. But like, the guests should like bring something each time. Like we should either like ask them all the same question, or like they should each do something each time. Like I like the idea.
No, that works for me. I like that. That they have to bring something, like a show and tell item.
Yeah, but that might not work depending on who the guest is, because all our guests, like we're gonna get like, who are we gonna get on here? Taylor Swift.
I love all of our guests as though there's like anyone besides your brother.
No, this is what I mean. Like all of our guests are gonna be our family, and then I thought it'd be funny to pretend that we were gonna get like Taylor Swift on here. Okay, so all of our guests.
Taylor Swift, you're welcome to come on.
Is she a welcome? I thought you didn't like her.
That's an interesting point. Because I don't think we want Taylor Swift, because I think if this thing got like stupid huge, I think it's probably bad for us. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Taylor Swift, you're not welcome.
Just to let you know, you are not welcome on the Shush I'm Talking podcast. That better hurt deep. I think she's gonna be real quiet since this posts.
We can't do this, because what if someone, you know what I mean, like sends a, you just don't know what's gonna catch, and someone's like, ooh, they, like at Taylor Swift.
Can we go back to the beginning where you were complaining at me for bringing a few treats on for being trendy, and now you're saying we're gonna go viral and Taylor Swift is gonna notice us and cancel us?
But what I was just saying is this would be bad if that's what actually happens. So we can't mess around. This is dangerous.
Yeah, the Swifties are kind of dangerous. Depending on the Swiftie, because you have a Swiftie friend who's not dangerous. I like that guy. But some of the Swifties are dangerous. Don't you? Isn't he a Swiftie? Well, I don't know why that was so funny.
Thinking of my friend who you're thinking of as a Swiftie. For one, thinking of him as a Swiftie, fine. And thinking of him as dangerous.
No, I singled him out saying not all Swifties are dangerous because I know that one guy.
You invoked the category, so then I had to consider whether or not this person was dangerous in my mind. So that was fun. Thanks for that. Um,
No, okay, listen. Can I actually talk about this? But no, because you're gonna be all like, but can I just talk about something that makes me mad personally? Okay? Because it's in the moment. So don't go all on I'm being trendy, because I'm allowed to speak my mind. Okay? So what makes me mad is kind of what I just did, but like when people are serious. When like there's a group of people for anything, like a fandom, like a group of people that are fans of something, right? And like not all of them are going to be great. Lots of them, not lots. Some of them are going to be weird, and some of them are going to be strange, like not strange in a fun way, because strange can be fun and interesting. Strange in a bad way, like creepy way. And then they like go like, oh, this fandom is all weird. I hate that so much because I'm part of one of them, and it makes me really mad.
which one?
Well, just like a show I watch, there's just like some weird people. Like there's gonna be weird people in every single thing that happens. Like not even for fandoms. Like every kind of group of people, that's gonna happen. And it just makes me mad when people like label the whole group depending on the group. Because like if we go like extreme, I'm not talking extreme. Like I don't even want to say. Like like because your anything is too controversial. But like extreme people.
Okay. Let me just save you, us. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. This is a valid point. He's talking about stereotyping, in a way, or just like he talked again, or the broad brushstrokes thing. So yeah, no, you're right. That's a good thing to be upset about. Do you find that you do that with other groups? Because it's always the for.
I would be really hypocritical of me. So no, I'm not hypocritical at all. Hypocritical? No, okay, let me think of every single group that I know of. No.
Okay, the only way that's legit is if the list of groups of people you can think of is very, very short. Anyway,
wait, I wanted to say something. So going way back to, because we didn't even figure out the question yet. What we have to ask each guest, because a podcast I watch ask what their worst part of their week was, but in like a funny way, not a serious way. But we can't take that because they already did it, and we can't do like something similar. So we have to just, but like something like that, like something that like is kind of easy for them, but like still like, ooh, that's interesting to listen to and talk about. So that's my thing. Maybe like talking about like listing. Oh, I find like listing so boring. So we're not doing that one. We could talk about like, oh, next episode we should talk about our glasses because I don't think we have enough time. And by the next episode we should have new glasses.
Agreed. Now I want to tell the story, but maybe we'll talk about it next time. In the midst of show and tell. Oh, imagine if show and tell, it's like, hey, it's our new glasses.
That'd be so sorry. I feel really bad, but that would be really bad. So we should have our glasses and something else. That's what I was going to say. Now take your turn back.
I'm worried about my glasses if and when they come because I'm worried about the lens or the frames that I chose. I feel like I should have.
I like your frames a lot.
The new ones? You helped me pick them. You were there. You were the person checking on them because I lean on your mother's judgment for things like, should I put this on my face? And she helps me to decide because I don't really know.
Only a few people are going to know what that's like. Okay, you know what? We should do a face. I just remembered before we forget. A face? What do we think our podcast should be? Wait, let's both put our foot up. And then that could be the thumbnail. Okay, fine. Then you make a face and I'll copy it. No, I don't like that one. Choose another face.
I thought that one was pretty good. Do you think we need like a pose? This is going to be one of our trademarks. Is that we have a thumbnail for the video that's us making the same face? Because last time we both stuck our tongue out. This is what you want?
Well, we need a thumbnail either way. So, but we don't want us to look bad in it. So it's easier if we just do it automatically for me and I have to go through the whole video and find where we're both looking okay.
And then actually this is good because then if we did it at the end like this in the last few minutes, then people would be wondering. Oh no, they wouldn't. I was thinking they'd be wondering the whole time, what face will they be this time? But it'll be at the front.
That's yeah. Head shame. What's her face? Please, I don't like the other one we did. Try to touch your tongue with your nose.
We stuck our tongue out for the last one. This isn't going to be a tongue
Not this
one.
one.
You did it again.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to do an angry face. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That's pretty good. Nick, can we...
I agree. I think that'll work just fine. The question for the guest, not like what's the worst part of your week. It could be something about the gimmick. Like, man, it doesn't really work, does it? We could ask them if they've ever watched the podcast or like what their favorite part was, because the guest is there's one person. I don't think any of the other family members. There's 5 of us. There's 2 parents and 3 children, and I think of all 5 of us, there's only one other person, which is the older.
But he might come back more often, and Sam might want to.
I don't think he will. You're right, he might, but I don't think so. And so then he's going to be the only guest, your older brother. And then maybe like...
Grandpa! We get Grandpa on.
My dad would be totally up for that.
Like when he visits, I don't know how to put that on the screen virtually. I don't know how to do that. I don't think we have the system for that.
I think it's going to be in person though anyway. I don't think we should start with the...
No, but do you know what won't be in person? When I move. I was thinking about this all the time, Dad. What's going to happen to our podcast when I move?
Background information. Sophie's moving out of home as soon as she can.
Yes, because I want to work at camp that year, and that means I have to get out quickly to be able to. Because I could technically go there, work at camp, come back, go back, but that's a bit of waste of fuel. So I just want to just get there, and there's not quite a point. You know what I mean?
I can't believe you're already thinking about the effect of your major life decisions on our podcast. We're on episode 4. I don't know. I guess you see us then in your mind. We're just doing this forever. Beautiful. Love it.
So, answer my question, what's going to happen to our podcast? Would you be available to do it online?
I guess so. The chess timer thing would have to be figured out. We probably have a digital.
I've already thought about this. Oh, we could do digital, but someone would hold it every time that the other person wants to say that it's my turn, and then you have to agree to click it.
If we're doing that, I think I better hold it because I don't think I trust you. You break.
But it would be funny if I got it, and I bought it. You bought it. My bad. So you technically have the rights over it.
But it is yours because I bought it for you for your birthday.
Yeah, and remember, you only got it for me because I was gonna go to France and then didn't. So then the money towards France went into the chess timer. It's true, but you also got me a blind box of my favorite show. You sent me that money. So those were my 2 birthday gifts, and I appreciated them. I never really want much for my birthday. For Christmas, it's different because for Christmas you get more expensive items, but for my birthday, I'm never thinking on the expensive side of our budget kind of expensive.
I want to point out that this time I remember how the beeper works. And so now that our time is winding down, last time when it beeped, I thought that was oh, my time's done. And I just sat there. But then it kept beeping. And I thought all the beeping was it being it's over, it's over, it's over. But it was actually going it's almost over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I get it.
Whoa, your time. I don't want to be the last one talking. It's always so sad.
I think you've been the last one every time.
That's what I was about to say. So let me talk, please.
I'm
please
fine.
Let me talk. Please let me talk.
That's fine.
Please. You can say your bit in 12 seconds.
I'll just...
Please. Okay,
I don't want that much time left at the end because then I don't really
No,
want...
it's payback because I always have that much time left at the end. Can you talk for 40 seconds straight? I don't know what to say with 3 seconds.
It does feel awkward to be at the end. But I guess the whole point is, I'm supposed to be able to say something, because I feel like this was part of the gimmick that we haven't taken advantage of. The person with the time at the end gets to say anything they want, and the other person can't like jump in and interrupt them. And so this is where we should be saving up all the things we want to say, where it's like, and you can't stop me from saying it because you're out of time. But really, I don't think we're sort of that aggressive or hostile so far. So, maybe we are. This has been great. Thanks everyone for watching, because time's almost up. Oh yeah, they haven't heard the beeps at all. This has been the Shush, It's My Turn podcast. Goodbye.
Okay, now we have to do our outro.
What's
Don't tell
the
me.
outro?
Please don't tell me, because you do that every single week. I'm not even kidding.
I know, but what is it?
No, this has been Sophie, and Sophie's at Tyler, and this was Shush, It's My Turn. Ready?
Done.
No way.
This has been Sophie.
No, you did that last week. You can't do that again. This has been Sophie.
And Sophie's dad, Tyler.
And this has been... You're going to cut me off.
Shush! It's My Turn podcast.
This has been Sophie.
And Tyler, her dad.
And this
Shush!
has been...
It's My Turn podcast.
And then that's the end.